carved in stone. It's a version of the eyewitness account about the piper. Our eyewitness was a little girl. And little girls didn't go to school, which is why her eyewitness account was taken down in the church book in Latin and in rhyme. They made a rhyme out of it so that the information was stable, and because it's a rhyme, you can recite it without loss of information. All of the great stories of antiquity are in rhyme. Ilias, the Trojan War, the trips of Odysseus, the tales of Robin Hood, and the songs of the Beatles are all in rhyme. And that is why you can recite them without loss of information years and years later. And the most important part is, because it's a rhyme, it's very close to the original information, which means we're at that point in the drama where you get an informant. And when you get an informant, you suddenly get new aspects on the crime. Huh? And these new aspects on the crime, my dear guests, in the German language read, nach Christi Geburt 1284 Jahr gingen bei den Koppen unter fürwahr 130 Kinder in Hameln geboren, von einem Pfeifer verführt und verloren. You've been learning German long enough, right? You know what Mark Twain, the famous American writer, said about the German, may I help you? Said about the German language. He said, a German dives into the beginning of his sentence and he swims underwater for a long, long time, and then he comes out at the end with a fish in his mouth. That's the verb. Now, and so you have to wait a long, long time to find out what really happened, and the important part of this is the verb, and the verb in this case is the third word from last. Don't know if you took that, you were awake in school on that day. The important word here is Verführung. Now, that means we're not talking about a children's crusade. We're not talking about a ship going down. We're not talking about a bridge crashing and taking the children with it. We're not talking about the Black Plague or theories about them building new villages in Mähren and Pommern and Uckermark and Siebenbürgen. We're not talking about Sydenham's-Chorea, a disease that causes you to dance and shake. No, my friends, we're talking about Verführung. Huh? Did you miss school that day? Seduction. And suddenly it's a whole lot more interesting than it was before, right? Come along.